Okay, so let's proceed with more problems. Then, more topics. Okay, okay, let's carry on. So we are gonna be dealing with percentage increase. Okay, for this section. Okay, percentage increase. So first of all, you know the deal. We need to discuss what does it mean. Okay, what is actually percentage increase? Okay, so normally, percentage increase is derived from this understanding. Okay, whenever we look to the prices, okay, around the world, okay, we can really agree that the way the costs are for some of the things, they tend to increase over time without looking to difficult problems, just looking to groceries. Okay, you can see the prices for groceries sometimes they increase from time to time, or something that you can buy can increase from time to time. So we want to know now, if we have been buying bread for 8 rand and now this year it is 9 rand, okay, what could have been the percentage increase? We can know the amount, okay, that it increased from 8 rand to 9 rand. That means the increase is 1 rand, okay, but we want to know what is actually the percentage, okay, of increase, okay, from the original price. Okay, so that this kind of concept is all derived from that. It gives us a broad understanding of something called VAT, okay, the value added tax, of how it is done. Okay, that we are always charged that value added tax to our whatever we buy, okay, most in retailers. Then that percentage will increase the amount that we actually thought we're gonna buy our stuff. Okay, so but it happens that in shops they've whatever the price they write there, they've already calculated the VAT for us. Okay, so there's a bit of the argument to that, but okay, we're not on that. What we're here on here is that we want to discuss the percentage increase. So a percentage increase is defined as the amount increase over the original value times 100. Simple. So I hope this is just easy to grab. You can just see it from the formula. It's the amount increase. So you must first find the amount increase before you get what is the percentage increase. Okay, this is our amount increase. Okay, and divided by the original price or the original value. Okay, so to make a simple scenario, okay, if I was selling maybe whatever, like I don't know, my pen with 10 rand, and now I'm selling it for 12 rand. Okay, my amount increase, we're gonna call it increased just to summarize. My amount increase is actually 2 rand. Okay, it's the value that is increased in terms of an amount. Okay, so this is amount increase. What is the original value? This was originally 10 rand. Okay, this was originally 10 rand. So whenever you want the percentage increase, you just gonna need these two things: the amount increase, original value. Okay, and you just work out. So to get here the percentage increase, we're gonna say 2 rand divided by the 10 times 100. And if you work that out, we're gonna see that it's gonna give us what? Let's see. It's gonna give us 20. Okay, that means it's 20%. Remember, the answer that comes out here is already in percentage, so it's gonna give us 20%. That's it. That's it. Okay, so this is a percentage increase. So that's how the understanding of a percentage increase is. Okay. Now let's check some further examples and to grab understanding. Right. So sometimes you can be given a percentage increase. Okay. So before we get to the problems, I want to discuss something. Um, I want you to keep in mind that a percentage. Sometimes you're gonna be given percentages. Percentage, you can use you can punch it in the calculator as 15%. Okay, I think that is the easy way to do. Okay, or else if you don't want to use a percentage sign, you can just say whatever this is given. Here we have 15%. 15%. A percent or this symbol means over 100. Okay, so these things are the two things are the same. Okay, 15% and 15 of 100 is the same thing. So whenever you do problems, you can just use any of these two things in your calculator. You always get the correct answer. All right. Now, um, what else I want us to discuss? Okay, there's one thing I want us to discuss before we get to the problems. What if someone asks you a question? Okay, like a question that says, what is the 2% maybe of 10 rand? What if someone asks you that question? What is the 2% of 10 rand? Do you know how to calculate the 2% of 10 rand? Okay, a 2% of 10 rand is actually 2% times 10 rand. So if you punch that in your calculator, 2%, I hope you know how to punch percent. There's a button there that has a percent symbol. Okay, so you can press shift and press that button. Then you're gonna get what is that. Then you say 2% multiplied by the 10 rand. It's gonna give you that the 2% of a 10 rand is actually 0.2. Okay, so that's how you can answer someone. You just multiply this, or else you can just say 2 over 100 times 10 rand. Then you're gonna get the same answer, 2.2. Okay, so a 2% of something, you just multiply 2% with that amount, then you're gonna get what is a 2% of that. Okay, so simple. Okay, so let us get to the problems, and we're gonna discuss some other concepts like discounts as time goes on. So the first question says increase. Do you get this? Increase 200 rand by 15%. Increase 200 rand by 15%. First of all, to increase something, it means you add an amount upon that. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, but the question is, if they say increase 200 by 15%, what is that 15%? This is your question you must ask yourself. What is that 15%? Okay, and I've told you how to get a 15% of a 200. Okay, so we're gonna just say 200 times 15%, or else we can say 200 times 15 over 100, right? And you're gonna get 30. So this is an amount of 15%. Okay, so when they say it increased, it means the increased value is gonna be 200, which is the original value, plus the 30 rand. Then it's 230. Okay, so this is our increased value. Okay, simple. So understand that whenever they say they increase and something with a percent, you must find what is that amount that percent represents. Okay, then again we have this other question. Price rises from 500 to 600. Find percentage increase. We're finding this, so we know the formula, right? It's increase. What is the increase? Increase is gonna be the amount that the 500 increase to get 600. So the other way, you can just take a difference, minus 600 minus 500, it's 100. So amount then you can have the 500 to 600 to 100. So the increase is 100. What is the original price? The original price you can go 500, then times 100. Then after this, you just gonna get 20 as your answer. Then you know that this is in percentage. Then that's a correct answer. Okay, so that's how we get the percentage increase using this formula. Well. Do you have more questions? I think it's to understand, right? The population grows. A population is just a number of people, okay, in a certain space, okay. Could be an area or a community or whatever, okay. So a population grows from 800 to 880. Um, Find the percentage increase. So we know that you need to find the increase first. Increase is a difference of 880 with 800, which gives you 8, okay. Then that's all. Then to calculate, you're gonna say the increase divided by original. Original was 800, was 800 times 100, and what is that gonna give you? That's gonna give you 10%. Okay. If you punch in the calculator, obviously you're gonna get 10, but you should know that it's already in percentage. Okay, simple. So I'm not gonna do the rest. I think it's easy to follow the problems that follow. Same thing here. They're talking about the salary increase. Okay, you need to just get the increase, which is 700 divided by original, then get the salary increase. Anything increase, okay, anything increase. Get the quantity increase from 50 to 65. Get the amount increase, which is 15 divided by the original. The shop raises prices from 250 to 300. Percentage increase is this way. Okay, so simple. Okay, now before we end, I want us to discuss a different topic, okay, which is called discount. We've been talking about increase. What about the discount? Sometimes other shops you'll see that they will say percent, maybe 20% off. Okay, you'll see that in some shops, né? That they will say 20% off or 50% off, such things. That means they made a discount for you. Okay, smart enough, you should be able to calculate the discount for yourself before you just got amazed by the price when you just tap your card. Okay, so how can you get that price? Okay, it's called a discount. A discount. So a discount is the same thing as increase. Remember when you find the amount increases here, um, which problem was talking about that? I think it's the first problem we discussed, which was this one. You see, when we find a new value in this problem here, we were finding the value increased, okay, by 50%. So we add that 30. If we're finding a value discount or decreased, that would be a discount. We have to minus. Okay, so discount is not a hard thing. Okay, so for example, let's say you had a watch. Okay, that is originally costing 200. Okay, and the shop says I'm gonna give you a discount of 20%. Okay, how would you find what is your new amount? Your new amount obviously will be smaller because the discount is cheap. Is they're making things easy for you. Okay, cheaper. I mean for you. So to get the amount of a discount, first of all, find what is the 20% of 200. That's the first step. So a 20% of 200 is 20% times 200. Okay, and you can just simply punch that, okay, on your calculator. Then what you're gonna get 40, right? Then this is the amount of a 20% of 200, which means they made a discount for you of 400 of 40 rand. So to get the new value or the discount value now, that you the cheaper price that they made for you, a new value is gonna be 200 minus, not plus, it's not an increase, it's a discount, minus 40. So, and if you do that, you're gonna get an answer of what? Sorry, sometimes I lose the pen. So we have to get 160, right? That's the value. So that means now your watch that was actually 200, now it's gonna cost 160 rand. That's nice, right? It's a discount. So without any waste of time, let's look to this problem. This problem. This problem. Okay. Okay. Before we look to the problem, let me give you another background. Okay. Sometimes, I hope you understand this problem, right? Sometimes they will not give you a discount, maybe as in like as a percent, I should say. They will give you as a fraction. What if they say they gave you a discount of, the question, what does the question says, they gave you a discount of 2 over 10. Okay, just know if they give you a fraction, it's more like a percent. Okay, you know that you can write a 20% as a fraction. Same thing if they give you a fraction like this, the way you calculate the discount is the same thing as how you calculate with the percentage. You must first find what is 2 over 10, okay, of 200. And it's easy. You're going to say 2 over 10 times 200. So sometimes the discount cannot always be given as a percentage. They will sometimes give it uh, as what? As the fraction. So when you multiply that, you're gonna get the same answer we discussed about, which is 40 rand. Okay. So don't be amazed when they give you a fraction sometimes. Okay. So this is gonna be a discount again. So it's 200 minus 40, which is 160. We have discussed this. Okay. So these things are the same. Okay. It depends on how the question is. Okay. They can give you in a percentage. They can give you in a terms of a fraction. Okay. Hope that is understood. Okay. Now let us look to the problem that I wanted to discuss before anything goes further. Now let's look to this. The question says Mary and Tando and John each had 3,000. So these people have 3,000 to spend. Okay, they are rich on a trip to Durban. So they have to spend this 3,000 to a trip to Durban. Okay, obviously they are going and taking a trip. They need to book a hotel or something, accommodation. Okay, a place to stay. So they use different companies to book their accommodation. Okay, so they were just checking out their bookings. Okay, they use different companies. Okay, to see which one is cheaper or what. Okay, so company A offers 20% discount. So since they have 3,000, they will not pay the whole 3,000 to book. So they will actually pay less than that, because for company A, because it offers a discount of 20%. I think when you know now how to get the amount of that discount, okay? But you're gonna solve it. But anyways, company B offers to pay 3 over 4, okay, of the total price if you pay cash. So company B offers to pay a fraction of 3 over 4. I remember I told you that they will not give you a discount sometimes um, of what? Of a percent. They might give you a fraction sometimes. So look at how company B, they gave them a discount of 3 over 4. Okay. So company C had no special offers. That means they had no discounts. So you can see that here in this problem, for company C, in this table we have a name of a company, we have an amount before discount. So amount before discount is actually our original amount. Okay, amount after discount is an amount after we have taken the discount away, so our cheaper price that we get from the company. Okay. Now, you can see for company C, since there were no specials. Okay, that's why 3,000 is the same 3,000. That means for them, if you want to book, they will take the whole 3,000, no discount. But now, let's calculate the discount about company A. Okay, so to get a discount of 20%, okay, we need to find what is the 20% of what, of 3,000. So we're gonna say 20% times 3,000, as we discussed before, of to get such things. So the 20% of 3,000, it seems to be 600. Yeah, check it on calculator. 600, which means this is the amount of a discount, but the amount after discount is gonna be 3,000 minus discount date. Say so sang it minus 600, which means we're gonna say 3,000 minus 600, which is gonna give us 2,400. So this is our answer here, 2,400. Simple. Can you see that? It's very simple. Very, very simple. So now let's dive in and check 2.22. Let's erase here the workings. Okay, so for 2.22, we want to know what is the discount of 3/4 that they were given. Wow, let's see that. So remember what I said to you. I said that a fraction is the same thing as how you can do for the discount. But here, we are given 3/4. So 3/4 times 3,000. Punch that in your calculator. Let's work it together, and you're gonna get 2,000 250. So this is not a discount, okay? It's what they will pay. So make sure of that. So they said the company B offers you to pay, okay, 3/4 of the total amount. So 3/4 the total amount, you can just say 3/4 times 3,000. So this is a fraction of 3,000, okay, and it's actually 2,250. That means for them they'll just pay 2,250. Okay, remember this was not a discount; it's what they will pay, okay, from the total. So who paid cheaper? Company B is a good option because it is cheaper than company A. Company A is 2,400, so company B is 2,250. So I will choose company B if ever the condition is fine also. But what you should know is that sometimes they can use a fraction or they can use a 20% percentage. If it's a discount, you need to subtract from the original price. But we didn't have to subtract anything to 3,000. Why? Because this was our actual money to pay. Okay, so that's what the question was asking. Okay, so take care of that. So you know the deal. At the end of the video, you have to get some challenge problem. So I prepared the challenge problem for you already. This is our challenge problem. It says Vusi and Temba each bought a pair of jeans from two different shops. The selling price of the pairs of jeans was 599.99 in both shops. Okay, shops that offer discount on selling price. Vusi's his discount is 20% less than the selling price, and Temba only paid, remember, paid 3/4 of the selling price. So we are asked to find who paid less for his pair of jeans between Vusi and Temba. Okay, between Vusi and Temba. So that's your challenge problem. Please go do it, and we're gonna discuss the solutions together. Cheers.